I'm Sarah, I'm from Tafwa, and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Freddy, I'm from Gamiatong. I listen to Mario on the traffic jam every afternoon.
Hi, my name is Salah, I live in Asinu. Today FM rocks.
My name is Denasa, and I'm from Lutoka, and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Hulamila, I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks in Raki Raki.
I'm Mary from Mandera. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
We love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Jackie Spade. In this bulletin, government again reassures Ethel landowners. Increasing road fatalities a major concern. And Pacific nations told to follow Fiji in dealing with the disabled. Acting Prime Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum has assured landowners that the land bank scheme is no threat to their ownership of land. Said Qayyum made the statement after saying that the discussion has been maligned by many. Ali Kimbia has more.
There has been a lot of misconception about land bank, but Acting Prime Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum has stated that landowners will maintain full ownership of their land.
It has in fact no threat, absolutely no threat whatsoever to any land ownership for any landowner or any landowning unit.
Said Qayyum says land bank has been set up to provide opportunities for various land-owning units to be able to participate in the economic landscape of the country.
The land bank, you see that all the land rentals that are being collected go directly to the landowners, as opposed to impounders being taken out, which I think is a very, very important factor. But it also gives the ability and the flexibility through the laws that we have.
Said Qayyum says the 2013 Constitution guarantees land ownership for all Itoki landowners, and the government will ensure that this is protected. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
61 people have died on our roads so far, a direct result of car accidents. Police Director Traffic SSP Mahesh Mishra says the enforcement agencies are doing all they can to ensure the road death toll doesn't increase any further. Maggie Boyle tells us more.
So far this year, 61 Fijians have died on our roads. Of this figure, 25 have come from the Western Division, 20 in the south, and 8 for both the north and east. Police Director Traffic SSP Mahesh Mishra says they're trying all avenues to minimize accidents on our roads.
The challenges we are facing is that the drivers, when they are still not adhering to our warnings and our messages, and that is critical for us.
In partnership with the Land Transport Authority, the Joint Operation Tatarovi has now charged 1,388 drivers for traffic violations.
Our concern is on speeding drivers and other related offences. We have recorded so far 764 speeding cases that was recorded during this Operation Tatarovi. Now, this indicates that still people are taking chance of overspeeding, and we all know that one of the major causes of road fatalities is speeding.
The road death toll by gender indicates 43 men and 18 women have died so far. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
3 military officers and a businessman appeared in the Suva Magistrates Court today, charged with bribery offences amounting to more than $15,900. The accused are Corporal Waisele Sorokavika, Staff Sergeant Eliza Luciano, Sergeant Chosese Vusoniveva, and Ajay Sharma, who is the Manager Sales of Buildex Marketing Limited in Lambasa. Between the 1st of April last year to 31st August this year, Sorokavika, while working as an assistant purchasing clerk, became a public servant, solicited an advantage of $5,404 from Sharma. Luciano, who also works in the purchasing department in the military, between the 1st to the 31st of August this year, solicited an advantage of $600 from Sharma, while Vusoniveva took $9,906. Sharma, who is charged with 3 counts of bribery in return, offered an advantage to the 3 soldiers, amounting to more than $15,900. The soldiers were granted a bail of $5,000 with 2 sureties and to report to the nearest police station every last Saturday of the month and not to reoffend. Sharma was ordered to surrender his travel documents and report to Koronivia police station. China Railway 14th Group has won the contract to build the Stinson Parade and Vatwanga bridges in Suva. The contract between Fiji Roads Authority and China Railway was signed this afternoon. The project, worth $30 million, will see the realignment of the Stinson Bridge and a completely new one in Vatwanga.
The project is a design-build contract, and it is expected that the 2 bridges will be completed in 3 years. The FRA will provide project management and technical assistance to the contract, and FRA certainly looks forward to a great working relationship with the China Railway 14 Group and the timely completion of these 2 bridges. Thank you very much.
And Edward Nunn joins us live now from Stinson Parade. Edwin, what sort of traffic issues are we to expect during construction?
Jackie, the Stinson Parade Bridge has been closed off for a number of years already, so we don't expect any major traffic issues. But there may be some teething problems over the next 30 months or so over the next 2.5 years or so while the project is underway because of the immensity of the work involved. Now, at the bottom end of the bridge behind me is the main exit out of Suva city, and as FRA engineers work on the bridge, we expect there may be some delays to traffic. Also, what the FRA plans to do is shift the entire bridge down towards my right, closer to the wharf and therefore closer to Harris Road, which means there won't be a large bend leading off the bridge and out of Suva city, making the exit for vehicles in the end more comfortable and easier. But this means that the FRA has to demolish one of the buildings that's sitting at the wharf, which has been bought out from the Ports Authority of Fiji and will be brought down so that this bridge is moved closer towards Harris Road and becomes better aligned. That's what's going to happen at Stinson Parade over the next 29 months or so. But also simultaneously work will be ongoing at the Vatwanga Bridge, where right now there is a one-way Bailey Bridge that is going to remain open throughout the project's duration. That means while China Railway is building the new bridge, the Vatwanga Bridge will remain open, so there is no disruption to traffic. A new bridge, an entirely new Vatwanga Bridge, will be built right next to the existing one. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that update, Edwin. We're all looking forward to the end result here. Pacific Island nations need to follow Fiji in ensuring people with disabilities are given scholarships to further their education. This was highlighted today during a panel discussion to mark the International Day of Persons with Disabilities.
Scholarship provides a chance to students with disability to complete their education with inclusive allowance and other support services. Panelist Melita De La Imbau spoke on the importance of a budget for students with disabilities.
For Fiji, well, I'm thankful for what they have done so far. They have provided special scholarships for us, students with disability.
Speaking on employment, another panelist, Joshka Wakaniasi, says 1/3 of our life is spent in education and working.
Employment that allows you financial security is because whether you have a disability or live without a disability, you want to be self-reliant.
The program was organized by the Pacific Disability Forum in partnership with the Australian government, the Fiji Disabled People's Federation and University of the South Pacific. Farzana Nisha, FBC News.
Coming up on FBC News, community tourism takes shape on the Coral Coast.
मैं नीलगिरी मदर्स क्लब की रोहिणी कुमार हूँ और रेडियो फीजी 2 की मैं बड़ी दीवानी हूँ।
मेरा नाम राम है, मैं लटोका में रहता हूँ और जस्ती करके मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 सुन रहा हूँ।
हाय, मैं हूँ आइना नाभवा टाउन से। नाभवा में रेडियो फीजी 2 सबकी पसंद।
मेरा नाम अश्विन है, मैं रेगरेकी में टैक्सी का व्यापार करता हूँ और ज़्यादातर हम लोग रेगरेकी में रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनते हैं।
हमारा नाम रोशनी है, मैं तावा टाउन से बात कर रही हूँ। मुझे रेडियो फीजी बहुत पसंद है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
Welcome back. This is FBC News. Community tourism is a new idea that is taking root along the Coral Coast. Madhumbola Tamana explains the Real Fiji experience that prominent property on the Coral Coast has been providing benefits for its guests and the surrounding community.
There we go.
It has been hailed as a win-win Fiji experience that the resort, the guest and the community all walk away satisfied with what the flourishing tourism industry can offer. And the opening of this community hall at Donua on the outskirts of Singatoka town is testament to that.
The meeting bura is actually built by the guests that were staying at the Outrigger Fiji Beach Resort, and so we call it community tourism. It's something unique to Outrigger, and everyone that's come up here and worked on the project, they've said it's been the best day of their holiday. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. Good for the guest, more importantly, it's good for the school. So
apart from the meeting bure built and funded by guests at the resort, there was also a pleasant surprise for the village school situated along the banks of the Singatoka River.
Just saw we had a big surprise for the head teacher here. We about 6 months ago we built a computer room, and now we've been able to supply the computers, so that'll be ready for the kids for next year when they start their education.
For Donua Primary School head teacher Loata Finau, the bure and the new computers will go a long way in enhancing the learning of its students and its people.
And then this is the biggest one. It's a landmark of the school, the Donua Meeting Bure. And not only myself, the children and the community, we are all very happy about this contribution from Outrigger.
The Outrigger Fiji Beach Resort says it hopes to build on its community tourism projects around the Coral Coast to ensure that those that matter most also have and enjoy the tangible benefits of the tourism industry. Madhumbola Tamana, FBC News.
Expect higher police visibility on the streets, markets, towns and cities as we move into the hyper-festive season. Their attention will, as Akusita Tale reports, they'll be watching the roads as well as liquor outlets and other areas where problems might occur.
Operation Ngaunani Mara will be at its height this month as more police officers are being deployed to hotspot areas of the country. Police are calling on the public to be law-abiding citizens as they will be strictly monitoring this season's activities.
What we are currently doing is trying to beef up on some of the areas that are normally frequented by, and we are also closely monitoring all the outlets and also liquor outlets and also the nightclubs. Those are all part of our operations in this festive season.
Tundravo says officers have been dispatched throughout the division to ensure that all Fijians as well as tourists are safe. Drivers will also be monitored.
Expect a lot of visibility, our mobility also. We have a joint operation with Land Transport Authority on the main highways. People will expect a lot of movement by our police officers, especially uniforms, just to provide that safety and security for the members of the public.
Police visibility will also be high in rural areas and communities outside town and city boundaries. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
The Consumer Council of Fiji is advising consumers not to be blinded by the festivities as they select their purchases or plan their shopping this Christmas. Chief Executive Officer Pramila Kumar says it's that time of the year again when shop owners entice consumers to create the spirit of shopping. Kumar says consumers need to plan their budget and compare the prices before they buy anything.
Consumers, they get so carried away that they don't even ask for a receipt. They don't even compare the receipt with the price that is displayed on the shelf. They don't even ask the most important question, like what is the price, or this particular item, what is the warranty period.
Kumar is also urging consumers to read the terms and conditions when buying items on hire purchase. Christmas time in Fiji is about shopping and anticipation of perfect family time and lovely food. With 22 more days before Christmas, Savara Tambor takes a look at how the festive shopping is building up.
This is the time of the year where most market vendors earn more income due to the demand from consumers. People buy ndalo, fish or chicken, and some even go for roro and coconut for palusami, all used in the delicious lovo. For others, vegetable or fruit salad
is the way to go, but be warned as very soon prices will be shooting up.
Only my message to the consumer at this moment, this is maybe the right time to do their shopping before 2 weeks' time in Christmas. So maybe in Christmas time, everything in the market may be going up with the prices.
We bought tomatoes for a box, it's $20, some is $15. By Christmas, I think the price will going up. I think it will be $40. So you can buy it now, so you can keep in the fridge.
People are flocking to town for shopping, be it food, clothes or any variety of items. Some have shared their ideas on how to find the best deal.
Me and my mom will spend more money on food.
I will spend more money on food this Christmas and also school stationery for my daughter.
Check the quality of food before buying from the market and make sure, don't forget to see the expiry date of any products sold in supermarkets, because at the end of the day it's all about getting the best bargains but also the best for you and your family. Sabera Tabua, FBC News.
Close to 10,000 people turned up at the capital's Suva Park last night to witness one of the biggest lighting of Christmas trees to launch this year's Christmas in the Park celebration. Hosted by Vodafone Fiji, the lighting of the 15-meter Christmas tree wasn't the only attraction last night. The entire Suva Park has also been lit up, which Vodafone says is their way to give back to the community. Launched by Trade Minister Fayaz Koya, Christmas in the Park is a special event as Fijians come together to celebrate the festive season.
It's something that's quite important because Fiji celebrates 3 very important days: Diwali, Eid and Christmas. And this is a wonderful time for all our children and for our children to enjoy the festive season. It's a great initiative by a corporate company, and they've shown great corporate social responsibility with respect to Fiji and Fiji's citizens.
We have sports up next. Jamie joins us now with the latest.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening. Coming up after the break, World Rugby reforms will see Flying Fijians playing more games against Tier 1 teams. We'll have the latest from the Fiji Sevens teams in Dubai. This and more coming up.
Yung bula bina tang ko epeli untuk taliten na parang bula FM na wo.
Number 2 jinangan ng Bula FM no sur. Bula FM number 2 en ser.
Bula sia kuni ba lambasa na ko bila merikibi Bula FM number 2 en ser talita itu ngai lambas.
Bula FM number 2 en ser.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians will take on England during the Northern Hemisphere tour next year. World Rugby has come up with a new rule which will see 2 Tier 1 tests for second-tier teams such as Fiji each year to bridge the gap between top and second-tier nations. Tsalen Daudakadaka has more.
Vodafone Flying Fijians coach John McKee recently attended the World Rugby Tier 2 Nations Conference in Los Angeles, USA for a World Cup debrief and plan for the next 4 years.
Very positive news for Fiji in that on the November tours to the Northern Hemisphere we'll get 2 Tier 1 tests each year, so that's really important for us and building towards the Japan World Cup. Certainly we see overnight the first one's been announced that we'll play England in November of next year, so that's a big game for us, and we'll play one other Tier 1, possibly France next November as well, and then possibly Romania will be our 3rd game.
Fiji will host 3 test matches next year, and in 2017 will line up a test against one of the finalists in this year's World Cup.
We'll play Tonga and Samoa in the Pacific, and also there'll be one other game here in Fiji. In 2017 we'll play Australia in June, so that's a really big test match for us, and there's the possibility that we get 2 more Tier 1 countries here in Fiji, so that's really good for us, but it's great for the rugby public too if we can see those teams playing here in Fiji.
McKee was happy with the outcome of the conference in USA and believes the upcoming tests will help the Flying Fijians aim to not only match the Tier 1 teams, but someday beat them. Talendo Takataka, FBC Sports.
Only one uncapped player has been named in the Vodafone Fiji Sevens side for the Dubai Sevens, which starts tomorrow. Yamadhia forward Sebuloni Modenadhangi has been named in the final 12-member squad for the opening leg of the World 7 Series. The 25-year-old finds himself in experienced forwards lineup with Pio Tuwai, Tsasa Veramalua, Apisa Ndomalailai, Vilame Mata and utility Isaki Katunimbao. Captain Jose Colini Sau leads the backline, which features Jerry Tuwai, Sabanada Rawada, Kiteone Talinga, Emosi Muliboro and Vatemo Ravavo. Nandronga Pe Alivreti Veto Kani and Nemani Nangusa have been left out of the squad. The Vodafone Fiji Sevens and Telecom Fijiana sides were hosted a welcome dinner by the Fijian community in the United Arab Emirates ahead of the Dubai Sevens tournament. The two sides got to meet the locals who will be cheering them on from the sidelines, beginning with the women's tournament, which starts this evening, and the men's team, which will be in action from tomorrow. The Telecom Fijianas will take on Canada at 9:20 this evening. The men's side will also face Canada in its opening match of the Dubai Sevens at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and you can watch that live right here on Fbctv. Nandronga Rugby forward Eromasi Randronro was named Player of the Year at the Union's Awards night last night. Randronro also made it a double as he walked away with the Fairbrother Challenge Player of the Year. Josephine Vula has more.
The executive members, players and families of the Nandronga Rugby Union turned up in numbers at the Shangri-La Fijian Resort to celebrate another successful year of rugby. Scooping the main award of the evening, Eromasi Randrondo says hard work has paid off.
I just started playing provincial rugby a few years back, and I never expected to receive this award. For all those times I have dedicated to hard work for the team has enabled me to receive this.
Hailing from Batiki in Lomai Viti, Randrondo dedicated his achievements to his parents. The flanker plans to continue playing for the Stallions until he reaches his target.
My aim is to secure a rugby contract overseas so that I can make a living and also support my family.
Chief guest at the ceremony, the Attorney General Ayaz Sayed Qayyum, commended the efforts shown by the Nandronga Rugby Union over the past 3 years.
Nandronga football team or rugby team has become quite symbolic, as your president highlighted, of a particular level of tenacity, a particular level of consistency and strength, which is not only a one-year victory, but it obviously is continued for a number of years now. And I think that is indicative of the level of commitment that you have.
Meanwhile, as Salanaunga collected the award for the best coach of the year, and Sekonaya Kalo took the best player of this year's Keeper Cup competition. Josephine Vula, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Invitational Hockey Series will be played in Suva from this Saturday. The Fiji Presidents and Warriors teams will battle it out against the Australian country team and the New Zealand President sides. The Fiji Warriors teams are the national men's and women's under-21 sides, while the Presidents teams are made up of the national senior teams.
Whatever experience we get out of it for the younger athletes, it's only going to be for the betterment of the sport.
The tournament starts at the National Hockey Centre at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, with the New Zealand Presidents taking on the Fiji Warriors in the first match of the men's competition. Last year's losing finalist of the Rooster Chicken National Football Club Championships, Namaka FC, know it's going to be tough to try and win the title this year. The team from Nandi face the might of Mba's 4R Electrical FC in the opener at 3:30 p.m. at Govind Park tomorrow. Namaka faced some problems gathering players for training, with the majority of its players representing Nandi at the recent Pacific Cup in New Zealand.
As you know, Nandi had won the Pacific Cup, and we've got a few district reps, 7 of them. And unfortunately, they had not been able to train with us because they were in the party mood. And this week, we had a couple of days of good run.
The semi-finals and finals will be played on Sunday. That is your sports for this evening. Business is up next with Jackie.
480 Holdings Limited today received a 99-year lease from the acting Prime Minister Ayaz Sayed Qayyum. 480 Holdings Limited Director Bob Bishop says 480 Holdings investment in the province of Ra follows on from the government of Fiji's progress tax incentive package for the region, which open up more opportunities from foreign investors that will boost our economy. Handing the lease to Bishop, the acting Prime Minister says this investment will also help landowners to participate in our economy.
We are where we are today because of the fact that there was a recognition that there were genuine investors, that they were genuinely willing to participate in our economy.
Cloudy periods with brief showers was experienced over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands today. Fine weather apart from isolated afternoon, evening showers prevailed elsewhere. Mombasa was the hottest on 33 degrees, while Nadi followed on 32. Lautoka recorded 31 degrees and Suva was on 30. Bai and Sabusava recorded 28. Cloudy periods with brief showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands tomorrow. Elsewhere, fine apart from isolated afternoon or evening showers, moderate to fresh southeast winds, moderate to rough seas. And the further outlook is brief showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands, elsewhere isolated afternoon or evening showers. And our main stories again. ETHK landowners get assurance over land bank. Increasing road fatalities, a major concern for the police force, and Pacific nations told to follow Fiji in dealing with the disabled. On to our poll question, this week we are asking, is Christmas becoming too commercialized? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spade. Bye for now.